Hi, welcome to part 2 of glass casting. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure to check it out first. Around the middle of the 1st century BC, one invention transformed the history of glass forever: the blowpipe. Glassblowing made it possible to produce hollow vessels much faster than casting ever could. A bottle or drinking cup that might have taken hours or even days to produce by casting could now be made in just minutes. The new vessels were lighter, used less glass, and were far more practical for large-scale production. Here's something many people get wrong. Glassblowing didn't replace glass casting. It simply changed what casting was used for. Whenever artists needed thin, lightweight, hollow object, glassblowing became the obvious choice. But whenever they needed thick, solid forms with deeper relief and complex sculptural details, casting remained the better solution. From that point on, the two techniques evolved side by side, each serving a different purpose. The Romans turned glassmaking into a major industry. They did not invent glass casting, but they adopted and refined earlier techniques, using them to produce a wide range of vessels, decorative objects, and luxury glassware. Roman craftsmen built more accurate molds. They became remarkably skilled at transferring fine details directly from the mold. After fall of the Roman Empire, many of Europe's major glassmaking centers declined or disappeared altogether, and glassmaking became more regional and localized. Glass casting never truly vanished. It simply stepped out of the spotlight. By the 18th centuries, and especially during the Industrial Revolution, glass casting found a new purpose. This time, it wasn't driven by artists. It was driven by science. Industries needed solid glass components with exceptional precision. They improved methods for producing large and precise glass. Producing them required a much deeper understanding of how glass behaved during the heating and cooling. For the first time, researchers began studying properties such as viscosity, heat transfer, thermal expansions, and internal stresses. Many of the principles that modern glass artists rely on today actually grew out of this scientific research rather than the art world itself. By the late 19th century, glass casting was ready for a comeback. Then, by the 20th century, glass casting was beginning to take a new artistic role. Artists were beginning to see glass in a completely new way. Instead of treating it as a material for bottles, windows, or decorative objects, they started thinking of it as a sculptural medium, something that could capture light, depth, and texture. As electric kilns became more reliable, another major shift took place. The focus moved away from the mold and toward the firing schedule. Artists realized that knowing how to heat the glass was just as important as knowing how to shape it. By this point, creating a successful cast wasn't just about sculpting a form. It was about controlling time itself. The kiln had become more than a machine. It had become one of the artist's most important creative tools. No discussion of modern glass casting is complete without mentioning Stanislav Libeński and Jaroslava Brechtova. Their influence wasn't simply about making larger sculptures. It was about changing the way artists thought about glass itself. Before their work, thickness was often seen as a limitation. thick glass was heavy, difficult to cast, and much harder to anneal successfully. Libansky and Brichtova turned that weakness into a strength. They realized that thick glass could manipulate light in extraordinary ways. Instead of stopping at the surface, light could travel deep into the sculpture. One of the reasons cast glass is so unique is because it allows light to move through the material instead of simply reflecting off its surface. Every curve and internal angle can change the path of light. In many ways, a cast glass sculpture isn't a static object. It's an interaction between glass, light, and the person looking at it. Today, glass casting combines ancient craftsmanship with modern technology. Many contemporary artists began with digital design software. Their sculptures are molded in the 3 dimensions before any physical works began. Some prototypes are produced using CNC machine. Others are created with high-resolution 3D printing. Yet, despite all this technology, the heart of process hasn't really changed. Glass still demands patience. It still follows the same physical laws, and it still refuses to be rushed. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.